Alright, Shalom. Before I begin this video, all praise, honor, and glory goes into Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well and taught us his truth, as well as the sincere salutations to the elder bishops, along with you brothers who are laboring all throughout the four winds of the earth in sincerity and in faith, right? All, pushing the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? To you, I say Shalom. And, every day we get closer and closer to the Lord's return, the Lord saving the elect of the nation, of Israel, man. And this is, big indicator, that we're stepping into them times. All the prophecies. And we are waiting, mainly for the sea hill. Yet these wars and rumors of wars, these are also indicators of what's to come next. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the title of this lesson is It's Inevitable the least of the flock will draw them out. All right. Just going into how, basically Babylon the Great, all right, aka America, is going to get drawn into conflict, due to Israel, the state of Israel, striking Iran. And these things happening, all this is going to eventually lead to the Lord coming back at the end of all this. All right, we're waiting for the sea hip. Then all these different prophecies and events are gonna come waterfalling down. So we know that. The prophecies. We know that certain prophecies have to happen in a certain order. So we know that this is coming. All right, it may not be tomorrow. But this is coming. This is on its way. So I'm going to play, I think there was a video. Which if it's there, it's there. If it ain't, it ain't. Just go back to the top. It says, from Politico, White House officials believe that politics are a lot better if Israel strikes Iran first. It says as the admin moves military action in Iran, officials argue it'd be the best if Israel makes the first move. It says senior advisors to the president would prefer Israel strike Iran before the U.S. launches an assault on the country. All right, it says they are privately arguing that an Israeli attack would trigger Iran to retaliate, helping muster support from American voters for a U.S. strike. And that's oddly familiar. And see, this damn devil, he loves doing that. Yet what this devil, is doing, this is a domino effect. And see, here at Great Millstone, like the elder apostles say, here at Great Millstone, we're loving it. We're loving every day of prophecy. Okay, we catching hell. All right, we catching hell, cool. Okay, We catching hell for a certain reason. All right, so we repent. Okay, we turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, and what is the Lord doing? He's continuing to show us that the prophecies, like the Elder Apostle Har, always says, the prophecies, they popping like popcorn, man. And it's absolutely beautiful. Because that'll cheer you up. Most people get all scared. No, when we see these articles, we get happy. We could be having a bad day, then we see one of these articles. Put a smile on your face. Knowing that, hey, every day we get closer and closer to the Lord coming back, man. Barakatha Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says the calculus is a political one. That more Americans would stomach a war with Iran if the U.S. or an ally were attacked first. It says recent polling shows that Americans and Republicans in particular support regime change in Iran, but are unwilling to risk any U.S. casualties to achieve it. All right, so they are considering the optics of how an attack is conducted in addition to other justifications, such as Iran's nuclear program. There's thinking in and around the administration that the politics are a lot better if the Israelis go first. Man, y'all scared, man. See, because basically if the small hat give the go ahead, all right, and they do what they do, then they lapdog, they pit bull Babylon the Great, is gonna come right in. And see, the other nations gonna jump your ass. When all's said and done, all these nations are gonna turn against Babylon the Great, aka America. Right? The scriptures speak about the beast shall hate the whore. So NATO and the EU, they're gonna show that hatred. All these other nations, they're gonna show that hatred. And also, over there in Israel, that place is gonna get wiped off the damn map with them nukes. And then the Lord, and through that process, that the Lord is gonna cleanse that place over there. Shot. All that shit, all that shit going on over there, and that's just gonna be still standing. Hell no, that shit is through too. It's gonna be destroyed. Just like Babylon the Great, aka America, is gonna be destroyed. We won't give a damn if you upset about that. Hey, if you upset, good shit. That's good. That means that obviously this got some this got some fire to it, right? This word eating you damn people up. Says there's thinking in and around the administration that politics are a lot better. So they're gonna try to push it and spin the narrative, That's how they get down. Which a lot of people man, they looking at you small hats crazy as hell, man. Right about now. It says, and the Iranians retaliate against us, give us more reason to take action. So they saying it out in the open. Both individuals were granted anonymity to describe private conversation. It's small hats. All right. With hopes dimming in Washington for a diplomatic resolution to the standoff with Iran, the primary question is becoming when and how the U.S. attacked. So, this is just how Esau get down. It's always war on the horizon when it comes to Esau, right? As a nation, regardless of the desire for Israel to act first, the likeliest scenario may be a jointly launched U.S.-Israel operation. The two people said, and that's how they gonna get their ass jumped. Cause best believe, over there in that defiled ass land, which right now is defiled. Okay. All right, and it got to get bombarded with nukes, and best believe all the nations that are hitting Babylon the Great with nukes, Israel, you gonna get some too. You see, that's how the scriptures get down. You ain't getting away. You dirty ass small hats. You rats. Now, like the elders always speak on it. You do have actual Israelites over there currently in the land of Israel. That's not to say that there are no Israelites over there. It's just the land itself is going to be destroyed. 100%. That shit through. All right, Babylon the Great, 100% through. From coast to coast. That's why they continue to get, upset at us starting off, with the elder apostles on down. That's why they get so upset, because they basically see this as treasonous. But we don't give a damn. Why would we care? Why would we care about a place that continues to oppress us? Us being the Israelites, put us in all sorts of different scenarios. Which ultimately, we know that ultimately it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We know that, and the Lord is using Esau Edom. So you the enemy, all right? And we know that them small hats that are over there, those are Edomites, specifically Amalekites. So the jig is up. We already know who you is, what you do. It's all figured out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And once again, these other nations, they own you. Everybody talking about the small hat sideways. They looking at you crazy as hell. Why? Because y'all are. Right? Different tunnels, man. Yup. It's hella slavery. Like the slavery that you are going to have to endure, the Edomites, the slavery that the Edomites are going to have to endure for that 1,000 years, completely unheard of. There will never be a beating down like that, ever. Like, it's going to be absolutely horrifying. And why is that? Because that's how it was set up, right? Book of Obadiah. Which through the Spirit, let's get that. This is the book of Jeremiah 50:45. It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon." So the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is against America. Babylon the Great. Right? This plays through. The Lord don't, have his, angels come here and observe just for no reason. No, this place being observed, this place gonna be fucking destroyed, man. This shit gonna get flipped all the way upside down and It's going to be no... It ain't going to be shit. It's going to be burned to a crisp. None of this will exist. It's going to be burnt down to nothing. And the Wadi Abashim Shot. Continuing down, Jeremiah 15:45 says, "And he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." Right? And like we were taught, them damn small hats over there, they gonna be, and once again, whenever you have certain things happening, really it's the small hats. They're kicking it off. So it only makes sense that this gets kicked off as well by the small hats. It says, "Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them through." It's because it's already bad enough. These damn devils, they rule everything, and he cannot be satisfied. All right, this nigga is as death. This nigga is death personified. All right, Esau Edom, a.k.a. the so-called white man. As a nation, they cannot help it. They cannot help but be evil. All right, that's just who they are. So for that, they're gonna be destroyed. It says, "At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved." Yeah. So when this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, is completely destroyed by thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles, the whole earth is going. You're gonna be able to feel it anywhere. Anywhere on the planet, you're gonna be able to feel it. It don't matter if it's on the opposite side of the earth. You're gonna feel something like, damn, that's that's destruction. That's especially, and Mexico. Mexico gonna have a front row seat. Canada gonna have a front row seat. And see this place get completely destroyed with everything in it except for the elect. The only thing being saved out of Babylon the Great, aka America, is the elect of the nation of Israel. Lord's will we be of the elect. Everything else is gone. Them nukes is thousands upon thousands is going to rain down upon this place and completely destroy this place. It's over with. All right, at the noise of the taking of Babylon. Yeah, so this place is going to get took. Okay. And, it speaks in the scriptures about the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, yet ultimately this place is going to get took. This place is going to get seized, okay, penetrated by those ICBMs. Okay, it says the earth is moved and the cry is heard among the nations. Damn. And that's why the Lord has to apprehend you other nations as well, because once this happens, the pride on these other nations is gonna be up, in the sense that, okay, I want next, because they gonna see the chariots, they're gonna see, and to them they're gonna try to fight, they trying to be up next. No, once this place is destroyed, the Lord coming back, and now we stepping into the kingdom of heaven. Y'all done fucked up now. Once the Lord comes back and sets up his throne, the other nations, you might as well forget about that shit. Get that out. It ain't gonna be no more. Okay, who's next up? Elon. Ishmael, Moab, hell no. Nah. Our Lord, Yahushua, right? This prophecy. It ain't nothing you can do against prophecy. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Pure confusion. Pure confusion. In this place, in Thawada, Yabashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakudash, we have the eye salve to see. You know, and because we have the eye salve to see, we can see and observe. This is super confusing in America. Like if you weren't and I'm laughing just because I'm thinking about these people just being destroyed. But in all seriousness, if we weren't in this truth, we would be fucking screwed. And excuse my language. But there would be no, like, if we weren't in this truth, there would be no possible way to make it out of this situation that's coming up next. There's it ain't no way. That's why ultimately you have to be of the elect of the nation of Israel in order to be saved out of this place. That's it. If you're not of the elect, you're going to stay here and you're going to be melted, just like the scriptures speak about. All right, in Lord's will, we be of the elect. All right. Sincere brothers and sisters. And you know, the elect, you know, first off, the 144,000, 12,000 men out of each tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel, along with 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which includes men, women, and children. They're going to be saved, you know, up out of here. You know? And this place, hey, it's no way to fucking survive all them newts. Cause just one in itself is enough to just, that's it. So thousands upon thousands, yeah. The Lord gonna really do a number on this place. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. So no more, you know, is everybody gonna be looking at this place, you know, as the, you know, this is just the top, you know, because they see it as a throne when really this is going to be this place really is a threshing floor, you know. And like the elder Apostle Har always goes into, this place, you know, is it's also an altar, you know, where the Lord is going to the Lord is going to sacrifice. Lord is going to sacrifice everybody outside of the elect of the nation of Israel. And see, right now, the elect of the nation of Israel, you know, the scriptures speak about being a living sacrifice. So right now, we're sacrificing. We are giving up our lives here, okay, in order to, you know, acquire and to keep our crown. Right? The scriptures speak about, let no man take thy crown. So we in the time of, okay, we about to be crowned. Lord's will, we're of the elect. It says, continue down, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And fuck this place. This place ain't shit. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Yeah, everybody knows about the schemes of Babylon the Great. What's going on? Who's doing what? Right? You damn small hats getting exposed. Along with you, everyday, regular, damn devils. Don't nobody trust you damn devils. You so-called crackers, right? Really, you are the biblical Edomites. It says, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. So you exposed, man. It says, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Yeah, so the Lord coming back in his full power. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Yeah, they don't know what's going on. And it's going to be all out confusion. Once this shit really get popping, it's going to be all out confusion. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Yes, so you're not going to be seen as the cream of the crop because you're not going to exist. I'm going to go back to the article, read a little bit of the article, and go into a little bit more Isaiah 47 and then in the video. It says, the media may continue to speculate on the president's thinking all they want, but only President Trump knows what he may or may not do. The Israeli embassy in Washington declined to comment. Yeah, they ain't gonna comment. It says Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, which I'm so used to saying it, how the beloved elder Malcolm, the head of the Great Millstone Chicago branch, he always says Benjamin not a Jew. GMS Maccabean spirit. It says, was at the White House last week pressing the administration to do what it must to derail Iran's nuclear program, its ballistic missile infrastructure, and they need to correct that. That's intercontinental, right? Ballistic missile infrastructure. And its support for proxy militias in the region. Alright, and it speaks about, going to Geneva to try to make a deal. Ain't no deal. This shit over with. Shit, they ought to be lucky the chip ain't dropped. If the chip was already here, shit, we could expect that. We could expect any damn thing. After that, after the C-hip drop and is pushed out on a worldwide scale, we can expect things like this to accelerate at a crazy rapid pace. And he says, we're going to bomb them, which, hey, that just sounds like something that they do. He ain't lying. These damn devils, they bold. They prideful. All right, and then it's talking about these different, fronts, such as, China opening to take Taiwan. All right, it says American casualties if the U.S. goes for the aggressive option. It says if we're talking about a regime change scale attack, Iran is very likely to retaliate with everything they've got. They going in. We have a lot of assets in the region, and every one of those is a potential target. It says, and they're not under the Iron Dome. It talks about the troops in the Middle East that are based out there. Strike carrier groups, fighter jets, surveillance aircraft. It says putting to target Iran in the biggest accumulation of U.S. firepower in the region since 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq. And this is a pretty extensive article. It's a good article. I'm just scrolling down. And just scrolling down. All right, and it says that Iran basically did not respond to a request for comment. So let me go back to Isaiah. All right, so back to Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Yeah, so we got set up, to get beat down, going to slavery. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. All right, and the Israelites have been put, man, in a super jacked up state, yet we have, returned to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Lord's will we be of the elect. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Yeah, it's the end. All right, you got to consider the end. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given the pleasures that dwellest carelessly. Yeah, fucking Babylon the Great. That sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Yeah, and for whatever reason, which we know the reason, but for whatever reason, these people, they don't think this place can get touched. Yeah, we know it's going to get touched. We know that the Lord is going to come back, all right, and save his elect, the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel, and that this place, Babylon the Great, is going to be completely destroyed by missiles. It's going to be, and then prior to that, it's going to be niggas getting zapped, thrust through with the sword, ate up, right? And this is just me speaking as a man, it's going to be all sorts of, ants. and down south, shit, you can step into an ant bed that's the size of a microwave. So you best believe when and the C1 Neezy showed that as well, that when things aren't upkept, you know, and these different things. Yeah, it ain't gonna be nobody sprinkling ant killer. When all hell breaking loose, it's gonna be big ass wasps out here, teeth of wild beasts. It's gonna get real, you know. It's gonna get real wild out here. And you know the Lord gonna increase the number of animals. It's gonna get spooky out here. All right, we're preparing for that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, Lord's will we be of the elect. All right, so with that, Lord's will, you are edified. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, as well as the sincere salutations to the elder bishops, along with you brothers laboring all throughout the four winds of the earth. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akakwadash. Barakathum to you brothers, man. All right, Kwam Yashala and the Baba Ball. Shalom.